You're listening to the Platte River Bard.
Okay. Something like that.
Okay.
All right, very good. Hello, and welcome to the Platte River Bard. This is Chris Berger.
And I'm Sherry Berger.
And we are here with Camille Metoyer Moten. She is going to be a recipient in a couple of days now, just a few days, of the OEAA Lifetime Achievement Award. And this is her very first time talking with us. She's been on our list for a while.
Welcome.
Well,
thank you very much
Thanks
for talking with
me.
us.
Yes. This is lovely.
It is lovely. I'm so excited to meet you. And,
Yes.
And to even be able to hear some of the stuff I didn't know about some of the things that you've done here in Omaha
Oh, yeah.
and beyond.
Yeah.
And beyond, yes.
Yeah.
But you are from Omaha.
I am.
You're originally from the Omaha area, yes.
Yeah. Born and raised here. I graduated from Burke High School.
Yay, Burke!
In the dark ages. And then I went from there to New Orleans to go to college and studied jazz and classical music there. And then I met my husband, which, swayed my plans of going to New York.
Of going on the road.
All the things,
sure,
right?
Sure.
And then I dragged him back to Omaha.
Oh, okay, so you brought him back here.
I brought him back here. We were, both just living. I finished school. We were living there. We got married. I had my firstborn, who is older than you guys, and and then so my father was worked at Boys Town my whole life, my entire life.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so since I had abandoned the career of music and we were just, living in New Orleans, married, and they started their family teaching program at Boys Town where they were hiring couples. Well, at the time, we were in New Orleans and I was really looking for some way to make an impact, give back to the community. I even went down to the parish prison to interview to be a counselor or something. I just really wanted to do something. And so my dad probably said, girl, don't go to the prisons. Come back to Omaha. There's
Boys Town,
opportunities here. So we came back. We were actually the first family. We had the very first girls' home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They didn't have girls before we started. And it was off campus because they weren't sure at the time how girls would integrate on campus.
Oh, okay. So they were sort of testing it.
So
okay.
We did that. We moved back. Our son was 2 years old by then. And that's how I got him back to Omaha.
Oh, my gosh.
That's great. Well, I'm glad you came back.
I am too.
And you found a lot of really great opportunities to get involved in things.
Yeah. It was funny because I hadn't been doing anything but really singing at church. And
okay, just confined your singing to church at that point?
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
you weren't looking for gigs.
I wasn't back in the theater community here, or the music community here. Because I'd been gone in New Orleans. So
fair.
My dear friend who's passed away now, Paul Trinisi, who was very involved in theater, we went to high school together, and they were doing Jesus Christ Superstar at the Orpheum.
Ooh.
This was 1982. I'd had my daughter. By then she was 1. And he said, well, why don't you come and audition for Superstar? Maybe you could get in the pit chorus or something. And I thought, well, that's a good way to kind of get, back in. So I auditioned, and I always tell this story. I'm a horrible dancer. And
Me
so it was upstairs dinner theater was alive and well then.
Yes.
And so that's where they had the auditions. And so, I sang, and then we had to do a dance. Well, they had this big, long buffet server that we were dancing in front of. And I fell back on the thing, almost knocked it over.
Oh, no.
So they gave me Mary Magdalene.
That's fantastic.
That's how I always say. That's how I got Mary Magdalene. I'm such a bad dancer.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Opportunity.
Yeah. So then that just sort of started everything because, it was the Orpheum. I mean, there was 2,000 people there every night. So I got a lot of exposure.
Yes.
And then after that, I started doing studio work. I started doing more theater. So that was like 1982 on.
Wow.
That got you back in.
Got me back
in.
So
Similar kind of thing. Figured out, why did I leave?
Yeah. Well, it was fine that I left. I really needed to get grounded in my faith.
For sure.
So that as I came back into that world, I could stay grounded where I needed to be.
You're a different person when you came back.
Yeah. Not be
maybe.
taken by.
Well, that's what you needed.
Yeah.
You needed to be a different person.
Absolutely. You need to maintain some humility as people are giving you all kinds of accolades and those kinds of things.
Yes,
It's
you do.
It's a gift from God, so I don't have any. Can't take credit for things. I can take credit for keeping doing it, but
Yeah, if you're keeping things on the track, that's right.
Yeah.
So that's back when the Orpheum was doing its own programming. Is that how I understand
So
it?
I think because I was still back new to the city, the man that was putting this on, his name was Gary Schweikert.
Okay.
He no longer is here. In fact, he moved, I think, to California or something shortly after that. But he had his own production company.
Okay.
And so I basically rented, I guess, the
I
Orpheum.
see.
He had
probably
the
for
slot,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. And so it was a citywide production.
Nice.
But they brought in Jesus came from California. He was his name was, I don't know his name. That's too long ago.
Been too long.
But,
Fair enough.
yeah, apparently not that famous because I can't remember his name.
There you
But
go.
he was a professional Hollywood actor that came
nice.
to portray Jesus. So it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Production.
Yeah.
So
That's
that
the
was-
Orpheum. What a great place to perform
I
at.
know, right? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
It's such a neat
Yeah.
theater.
Such a great stage to
Oh, it's
perform
beautiful.
on. I
Yeah,
can't
it's
imagine.
Beautiful
wonderful.
theater.
Yeah, and I got to do. I performed with Opera Omaha Chorus for a while, so we would be on the Orpheum stage, and then some other special events. But yeah, it's a
Yeah.
beautiful space.
Yes.
Fun.
Yeah.
And that just encouraged you to take the next step.
Yeah,
The next thing.
it did. I started getting, calls to. I got a really good review in the paper, and then I just became sort of known and just kept going.
How did you get involved in you said you did some studio work. How did you get involved in studio work and all
So
of that?
that actually is related to Superstar. So Kate Schrader, who was the music director for Jesus Christ Superstar, is also a person that gets hired by agencies for studio work.
Oh, okay,
So
sure.
she
Sure.
started hiring me, and then other people started hiring me. And then I started working with, aside from doing shows, I started working with a man named Chuck Pennington, who was a very prolific writer, producer, whatever. He traveled with several major stars at the time, but he lived in Lincoln. And so then I would record for him as well. But then I also toured with him. He had the Nelson Riddle Orchestra, and so we toured around with that. And I worked with him for about 25 years. He passed away a few years ago. I'm outliving everybody anyway. But he was a great guy, and he really helped me just in my courage to sing. Because, it's different doing a musical theater show.
Yes.
Than it is just standing and singing
Right.
with an orchestra or with a band or whatever,
Yes.
So he really helped
Especially
me.
if you're the only singer, it almost kind of becomes
Right.
almost like your show, even though it's not.
Even though it's not, right.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he really helped and encouraged me. And one of the things that he told me that I always remembered was, he said, you have a beautiful voice. He said, but there are a lot of beautiful voices out there. He said, what you need to make sure that you're doing is that you're interpreting the song in a way that the audience is pulled into it. They will remember how they felt more than what your voice sounded like.
Yes.
And I have believed that 100% ever since. So when I sing, I try to remember the intent of the composer or just how this song resonates with me so that my audience can feel what I'm trying to portray. So I learned that from Chuck, and I'm really grateful for that. I think it's made a
big part of
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a
it is
huge part
also
of
a
it.
type of charisma as well at the same
Yeah.
time, I think.
Yeah.
That storytelling
like-
aspect of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's important. That's what they're written for.
That was what was it? And I've always found it to be true. And it's interesting that he applied it to performance. I'm going to butcher this when I say it, but I think Maya Angelou said, "People may not remember what you say, but they'll remember how you made them feel."
Exactly right. Yeah.
And essentially, that's what he was saying,
That's
but in performance context.
Exactly,
You
right,
may not remember
yeah.
the song, but they'll remember
how they felt while you were singing the
Yeah,
song.
yeah. They may not remember the words.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
That's such great advice. That's so true. Mm-hmm. See,
But to know how to do it is definitely
well, but the fact
An
that you
art.
get it means that you know how to do it. See, you got to love those people in our
Yeah.
life that come through
Yeah. Right.
and give us
exactly.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe he saw I had the potential for that. And then that's what encouraged him to encourage me to keep moving forward in that way.
For sure. Well, obviously, that was one of those things. It's like, well, gosh, I hadn't done any performing in years and years, and then I stumbled into the Orpheum and got cast in the lead in a major thing. And it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
So this was waiting to happen.
Right.
You were just taking a break. Do you hear that every now and again? Well, I just did this, and it's like, okay, well, you just didn't do it.
Right.
You were pretty darn good when you showed up there.
Well,
But that comes from your sort of, you said you had classical and sort of jazz. What is the difference? God, this may be an impossible question to ask. Why is, because it's such its own sort of genre and way of thinking, the way of singing is the jazz singer is completely.
Yeah.
Why is that different? Why is that explainable? Is that not explainable?
I'll tell you how it helped me, because with classical training, your technique, it's about your technique.
Right.
And your ability to keep your instrument healthy, strong, correct. And it's the discipline, Jazz you think of as really not having discipline, but it really does.
Yeah.
It's just the style, but what you do as you're singing. And so that's the beauty of jazz, is that how you feel at the time, who the audience is. I mean, those things can come, you know what I'm saying? Like they can resonate.
It will affect
more. Yeah. But I like them all. I like all of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So are you still doing cabaret shows? You are. Aren't
Yeah,
you?
I just did.
Awesome.
I sang last Friday in Lincoln for it's this cool little thing. It's a church, but it's not church songs. It's called First Friday Jazz. So every Friday of the month they bring in a jazz group, and the people come and they have lunch and you sing for an hour. They are the best people. They are so
cool.
Responsive. Yeah. So last Friday I did that. Yeah, I'm still doing stuff. Yeah.
That's great. And I guess when I think of cabaret, I always think of something different, more like Chicago, but it's not.
Yeah.
Really.
Right.
It's really just a time where, hello. To me, cabaret is just this. You're singing the songs and you're doing that thing where you're trying to make the audience feel whatever, and then you're talking in between. I tell the best stories. This one group I was talking about something, and I said, but I do what I want. And so I said, everybody, all together now, let's just say it. I do what I want,
I love that.
Yeah, so that's kind of one of my favorite things to do. Is just because I feel like I'm just talking to you. I'm singing to you.
Sure.
Instead of, there's this crowd of people here.
Crowd,
it's like, no, let's just relate like this, and everybody has a good time. Yeah. So,
I always like that. Yeah. You're engaging with your audience.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
I've had an occasion to do that. I like it.
Yeah, it's fun.
So you've done 3 albums.
I have.
And what encouraged you to record?
Well, other people actually.
Yeah.
It's like, do you have a CD? Do you have a CD? So the first CD that I did, it's a spiritual CD. It's a Christian CD, because I thought, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to give my first fruits back to God. So it's called Go Forward, and it's based on the scripture where Moses was ready to go across the Red Sea, but he was afraid, and the people were afraid, and the Egyptians were behind them, and the sea was in front of them, and he was like, Lord, what am I supposed to do? And God said, what are you talking about? Just go forward. And so that's what I felt like. People have been saying, do a CD, and I'm like, I don't think I should do a CD. But then I thought, I'm just going to go forward.
You should.
And so that's how that one started.
Yeah.
Seems like such a big deal before you do it.
Yeah.
And then you do it.
And
It's
then
not.
it's like,
Okay.
than having to listen to my voice on those playbacks.
I know.
But other than that, it's fun.
That was
a
the
good
hardest
time.
thing to get used to.
Yeah.
Is listening to my own voice.
Like, I don't want to hear. Ooh.
And then being a reliable sort of person to critique
Yeah.
your own
Yeah.
voice,
Yeah.
because
Right.
you start out being a terrible
Oh, I know.
critiquer of your own voice, because you hate everything.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately, you have other people there, at least the engineer or somebody, to say, it's
no.
fine. It's
this
good.
is good. This
Yeah.
is, change this, but this is
Right.
good.
Yeah.
It's nice to have someone who's being honest with you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
which is the most important thing in the studio.
I know.
Because this is forever.
This is forever.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to listen back to this.
Exactly.
And say,
Once it hits Spotify, I can't take this back.
yeah, I know. I'm going to go kill myself because everybody can hear that.
Yeah, that would be daunting to think of it that way.
Yeah.
Did you record
all
here
that
in
goes.
Omaha?
I did, yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
all my 3 of my recordings are home studios, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So Jim Mertz, who's this fabulous
Okay.
pianist, he and his wife. I don't know, how long have you been in town?
Since 2015.
I've been here since
in town.
2015. She grew up in Louisville and has been
Okay.
around the Omaha area
Well, they
forever.
were very popular. He and his wife, and she's a fabulous singer. They had a group, and they would just play, all around town. He's actually a drummer, but he's I don't know if you know Alex Bugnon, who's a great jazz pianist.
Okay.
But he has that too.
Okay.
Anyway, so they stopped playing bars, and they are in our church.
Oh.
So Jim and I did the first CD together in his home studio, and then the second CD I did was a Christmas one,
Nice.
it's called Simpler Christmas. In 2009 or 8 or something, I started working with a guy named David Murphy, who I still work with. He came to Rick's Boatyard used to have a thing upstairs, like you could do shows up on their thing.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it was really nice. And so I was doing something up there and with Chuck Pennington, and then Murphy came and he said, I'm a songwriter. I have some songs. And so I started singing his stuff, and we kind of that's when we put the band together. And he wrote a song called Simpler Christmas, which is a
Neat.
cool song just about let's get back to what Christmas really is. And so then we put together the Christmas CD.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then people were wanting the songs that I do on my jazz shows. So then we did Classic, which is the last CD.
Put together some jazz stuff that you
things that people like.
Regulars selections in your shows.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah.
So you thinking about another one?
We keep talking about it. I don't really know. I don't know where else to go with it. You know what I mean? I don't know. We've got some other songs that we've been doing, but I don't know. I'm getting old and lazy.
Well, I don't think so, though. You have a lot of engagements that you still keep busy with.
Yeah. It kind of ebbs and flows. Last year, it was a lot. I had a lot. And then this fall, a lot. But now going on to the spring, I've probably only got 2 or 3 things right now but it changes,
Sure, it'll change.
Yeah. So it just depends, But I love that I'm at a point where I can say yes or no.
Right.
That is nice.
Yeah, I know.
Man, that's nice.
Yeah. So
For you.
I don't know that I necessarily need the exposure. I'm not really worried about that. I really just want to enjoy what I'm doing.
Right.
So I feel like I'm sort of at that point,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you're really multifaceted, because not only have you done music and things like that, you've done theater.
Yeah. It's funny. When I was little, when I was like 3 years old, I really wanted to sing, and so I would sing songs, but I didn't know any songs. So I would sing about the furniture in the house. And so my mother, who was a frustrated singer, same story. She was going to do this, whatever. She met my dad, and whatever.
Everything changed.
And we used to tell her, because she actually had an audition with Duke Ellington, because they would come through Omaha, and we would say, "Mom, you should have done that." She said, "Well, if I had done that, you wouldn't be here."
Oh, that's true.
But she would always encourage my furniture songs. And
That's fantastic.
I know.
There's your idea for your next album.
What a great
Right, I
mom.
know. The ceiling and the chair.
That's
and the lamp
there
and
you go.
And
There's
the couch and
album. Oh,
the
you go.
side
Turn
table.
to
and
childhood. Come on.
but then as I got older, I think I saw my first movie, and that's when I was like, "Oh, I just really want to act." And so I did my first play in the 6th grade. It was called The Mishmash Bird.
All right.
And all the people that came all the adults thought that I was a teacher, because they thought I was so good. I know. And then I just kept, in high school, I kept acting, and then yeah. And but at Xavier, the college I went to in New Orleans, they did operas. Ooh. So, I had parts in the operas.
Oh, wow.
So a funny story, my husband totally oblivious to music, not a music person.
Oh, okay.
At all.
Oh.
But we met at a party.
Sure.
And so he came to see me, and we were doing the magic flute.
Okay.
And I was playing a role, Papagena. And Papagena's song goes, pa 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 pa. I can remember something like that. And so he came to it, and he was standing in the back of the auditorium, and he turned to the people and he said, "She doing that with her mouth? What is that?"
What did you think?
Right, what is happening?
Hilarious.
Anyway, I know. So I would do, I had parts in their operas, and I also sang with the jazz band.
Cool.
So
Absolutely.
and jazz. My mom's thing was jazz, so I grew up.
It was
cut my
yeah,
teeth
Duke
on-
Ellington, yeah.
Yeah, listening to her jazz albums and
Wow.
yeah. So, but my whole family is musical. I have a younger brother who's a fabulous guitarist who's toured the world playing
Sweet.
guitar. He's kind of like a rock guitar guy.
Okay.
He played with and he's been on played on several albums. He was a great studio guitarist in L.A. and then he also played with people. My sister is also a theater person. She hasn't done much lately. We've done some shows together, which is
Neat.
yeah. We played we've played sisters. We played two sisters that were crazy about bingo.
Okay.
A very stupid play,
Right.
but we had a good time with it.
Sure.
And then we played two sisters that were 101 and 103 years old. That's the last play that we did together. It was called Having Our Say, and it was based on some real sisters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you played someone who was 100 years old?
100 years old. And
That's
here's
fun.
the funny thing about that, because our director was like, I don't want to put old makeup on you because that's so phony.
Yeah.
But we had like gray wigs and the way we walked and stuff,
Sure.
and so afterwards, some people came up to us one time and said, "This was so good. I love how they made your face up to look so good."
Oh, no. Oh.
So I stabbed that person.
I can understand why. Oh, my word.
My sister and I were like, "What?
What do you mean?
Get out!"
Get out of here.
Sorry they said that.
Right. And I wasn't even this old then. That was 10 years
Oh,
ago.
man. See.
How rude.
I know.
That'd be sad, yo.
People are funny.
Yeah.
People are funny.
See,
You know,
that'd be
you
something
think
like a little
that-
kid would come up and say to you.
Yeah,
be
right,
Like,
yeah.
Kid.
Yeah.
What
But,
a
yeah.
fun, interesting play, though. Really.
Yeah. And it was, so they were two sisters, black sisters, that lived back around the turn of the century. And so they're just telling their story about civil rights, the
Oh,
racism,
wow.
all the things that they went through, and all the prominent black people that they knew at the time.
Right.
Everybody.
And so it was, it was really good. People liked it. And our director, who was Susie Collins, she would project pictures behind us of the people that we were talking about,
talking
and maybe
about.
some videos and stuff like that.
So
which
it was based on real.
yeah.
Okay.
But that made it kind of hard because you had to make sure that your dialogue was going along with the
Right.
pictures.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Just talking. There was no music,
Right.
Musicals kind of help you with, breaking up with the song, but this
Sure.
was,
Right,
just
straight
lots
play.
of dialogues and monologues and stuff. So
Cool play.
but yeah, it was fun. It's fun to work with my sister. She's a little nut. She's a very good actress. She doesn't do too much anymore, but yeah, so that was good times.
And her name is Lynette?
Lynette. Yeah.
Lynette.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
No, I got
So
a
you're-
buddy that does some stuff that's similar to your brother. He's a studio musician. He's
Yeah.
worked all over the world.
Yeah.
He's a pianist and a percussion guy, so he's been in
Yeah.
so many different bands and worked
Yeah.
in so many studios.
Right,
And
yeah.
God, he has such a great time.
Yeah.
Those guys do all
They do
kinds
all-
of stuff.
Right, exactly. And see the world.
Yes,
you
yes.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
get to work. God, he's probably like your brother. He's worked. I mean, the list of people he's worked with is
Yeah,
just
right.
insane.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Yeah.
Insane.
I know.
Yeah, these studio musicians, man. If you're a musician, that's kind
the
of
gig to have.
That's kind of the gig.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
That's a cool gig to have.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
Good for him. That's awesome.
Yeah.
No.
So you've done a lot with the Playhouse, but you've done a lot with some other theaters.
Yeah,
in the
I think
area?
most of my stuff primarily was the Playhouse,
Yeah.
because they were bigger productions or whatever.
Sure.
There was a theater called the Center Stage, when I first started doing
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it was on 33rd and I think it's L Street.
Okay.
And it was Bill Davis was the director, was the person that worked there, and so I did several shows there. Some stuff was kind of funny. We did West Side Story, and instead of it being Latinos against the white, it was like blacks against whites. And so I played the role I played was a person named Consuelo, but they changed it to Foxy.
Oh,
That's a Foxy.
I like Foxy better anyway.
Me too, right?
That's not
It
bad.
just sounds a little bit more fun.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
But yeah, and then I've done some stuff down at the Union
Sure.
Theater, and I don't know. There's some other places I can't even remember. It's been
Oh, wow.
it's a long time.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
No, that's great. And,
Yeah.
I was just thinking that, it's great to have a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah.
But you're not done, I think.
I say you're still going, yeah.
The roles are less because, an older woman, it's just, there's not that much, but I'm still singing all the time.
Say that's
I went
stopped,
to
yeah.
Germany this past summer.
Cool.
To represent Omaha in an international music festival. And I've been to Barcelona to sing, and
Reading about that.
it's I guess I'll keep going till they stop calling.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you still have on your list that you would like to do that you haven't done yet in that space?
I'm going to tell you, this is a crazy story, but my goal in life was to play Fanny Bryce in Funny Girl.
Yeah, you've done.
I did that. Everything I did up until then, I would say, okay, this is giving me more, ability when I get to play that role. And then I did it.
Yeah.
And after that, it was like everything else after that was kind of just bonus, So there's nothing right now that I can think of that I would be dying to do musical theater. Why? And I'm probably too old for it, even if I'm thinking about that, But I'm 71, so
Yeah, but you don't look at, and you can always
you
you can play younger. I think easy.
Speaking of that, when I did Ragtime, I was 51, and I played a 20.
Yeah,
so I was still playing the ingenues all the way into my 50s.
That's not a problem.
Isn't that crazy? I know. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, and that's okay because you obviously could pull it off. So
Right.
Yeah.
They
Nobody
wouldn't have
knew.
done it.
Nobody knew I was 51.
No.
Yeah. No, other than people that knew me.
yeah, who cares?
Yeah. Yeah.
great.
I know. So I didn't start looking old till probably about 66. I started. It's all in the neck.
I know. We all hit that point,
Right.
and it's like, I got old.
Yeah. Right. How'd that happen?
Damn it.
I'm still living.
I know. But no, you're still going. So, I mean, lifetime so far. Achievement Award.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was very shocked by that. It's just, you're doing things that you just want to do, that you have a passion for, and you don't really think that anybody's paying attention, or you're not even thinking, are people paying attention? You're just doing what you want to do.
Right.
So when they called and said that, I thought, what? That's crazy, but thank you. So I'm very, very honored by that, that's, and so it made me kind of think back on all the things I've done,
Yeah.
One time I wrote a list of, I don't know, for something, and I was reading it to my daughter, and she said, "Mom, that's not all."
Yeah.
So I missed some things, but
Yeah.
yeah.
When you actually sit down and write that out.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. And I'm not even remembering a lot of it.
And you forget stuff. It's
forget
like every now and
stuff,
again I'll go and mess with, I got to add this because
Yeah.
I did this thing to the resume or whatever. And then
Right.
sometimes I'll just look at it and be like, oh,
That's
wow.
a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah. What was I thinking?
You've done a lot. I know.
I've been busy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're just doing what you want.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like that I've been able to do a variety of things. I love musical theater. I love plays. I love just singing with the band. I love chatting with the people. I love, the studio work. Did I say that already? I just like it all because it's just a blessing to be able to do it. And when I was, when I got to the Orpheum, and this is my story, I tell everybody that because of my faith. So when I got to the Orpheum, And we'd been rehearsing, and it was just a great time, fun. I hadn't been able to do that for a while, rehearse with people and all that kind of good stuff. And then it was opening night, and I kind of peeked out. There were 2,000 people out there.
Yep.
And did you regret it instantly?
I was like, they probably heard my heart beating.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And so I thought, I'm like, I don't think I can do this. And God said to me, he said, this is what you want, right? This is what you want. I am blessing you. Would you please just go forward and enjoy the blessing? And that's how I've looked at it ever since. I haven't really reached for stuff. I haven't really tried to promote myself. It's like everything that comes to me is just a continuation of the blessing that God told me I could have. So I just am loving it.
What a wonderful way to look at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And things I didn't get, then that wasn't supposed to be mine. That's not mine.
That wasn't meant to be. And that's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of times I think we're exactly where we need to be.
Right.
And it's okay. Just receive it. Just go out because you worked hard.
Yeah.
And it's what you wanted, and that's okay.
Right.
And it's what we like to do.
Yeah. Right.
And it makes us happy, and it in turn makes the audience happy because they can tell that we're happy doing it.
That's right, and it resonates with them, and they get happy.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. It's one of the few jobs that you could do where you show up to people are sort of automatically wanting to like you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They're always like in your corner.
Yeah,
and I hope this is good. This is
I'm here for you.
How many jobs you show up? They're really hoping you do a great job today.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, how many?
They're waiting to tear you down.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I always kind of like theater because it's like they're already pulling for you.
It's just
man.
a feel good. It's a feel good. The beautiful thing about cabaret though is like. You forget words or whatever, nobody cares. I was telling the group last week, because I went up on some words, but I threw in some other stuff.
Sure.
And I was telling about a time I was singing As If We Never Said Goodbye. No, that wasn't it. Anyway, I forgot the words.
Oh, shoot.
But I said the Dow Jones average, because it rhymed with whatever I had said before. And nobody knew. No, because if you just keep going and you're still smiling and you're acting
that's
like
right.
This is
That's right.
You're right.
They just go with it. That's so funny. Oh, that's great.
So no panic, just figure it out, keep going.
See, those kind of shows are so much fun.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just singing and having fun, and
you
get to talk to the audience a little, and
I
love it.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah. Well, and so Sunday is going to be a really exciting evening for you.
Yeah.
Your family is going to be there with you.
Well, you know what? We have church on Sunday night. So my daughter is coming.
Oh, okay.
My husband's the pastor. So
he can't skip.
Right.
All right.
No, he can't skip.
No, he can't skip.
Yeah. So my daughter's coming with me. And she's, oh my gosh, she's been my biggest supporter. Now she's funny though, because while she was growing up, I was, I would drag my kids to rehearsals and stuff until now they hate that. But, when she finished college, she came home, she went away to school, she came home, and one day we were talking and she said, well, something, and I was giving her advice, and she said, oh, now you had advice for me. Where were you when I was growing up?
Right.
I said, I was doing a show, but I'm home now.
That's right. I was in rehearsal. I apologize.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But yeah, she's my biggest supporter. So she's coming with me.
Oh, you have won some other OEAA awards.
Yes.
As well as.
Yeah, I have the Nebraska Musicians Hall of Fame Award.
Yes.
Omaha Black Musicians Hall of
yes.
Fame Award.
That's
I have
right.
a couple of TAG awards.
Yeah.
3 Fonda McGuire awards, and the Charles Jones Award, and something else I just got not too long ago. I can't remember, but anyway. All that
Charles
stuff.
Jones.
So this isn't the first time.
No, but it's the first Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah, I was gonna say you only get that
You
one
need a
once.
shelf now
Yeah.
to put them all.
Yeah,
the awards.
right. I know. Yeah, I have them all.
If you don't have one.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and it's that time. You've been doing this for long enough in one place.
Yeah.
Here, everybody
Omaha,
eventually starts
Yeah.
going, you know what?
Yeah.
She was really great. It still is, and it's bound to happen. But you got to stay in one place for a while.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or be a movie star.
Or
Yeah.
that.
But no, I like it here. I like the theater community here. I like the music community here. I like, my family's here, obviously. And it's Omaha's a comfortable place to live.
It is.
And I don't know that if I had gone to Broadway, would I have, success there or not?
Yeah.
But
Such a gamble there.
this has been more rewarding to me because I didn't have to sacrifice anything to be able to do what I want to do.
Probably a little bit better balance.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Having to do
Yeah.
that.
And still be able to work and do stuff that you still enjoy.
Right.
And it's not.
And to have some control over what I do.
Right.
Probably worked more.
Yeah,
honestly.
I'm sure I did. I'm sure I worked more.
Yeah.
Because I was here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're a pastor's wife, you probably feel a certain amount of criticism to what things you decide to do.
Absolutely.
As well. I mean, just saying.
I have a standard.
Yeah, that's
I have a
true.
standard, and I have
Yes.
had to turn down some things because I'm not
Oh.
doing that.
I imagine.
It's
I
some
can't
extra
do that.
pressure there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
sure.
And I know people look at it as, well, it's just acting or it's just a song, but I feel like I'm representing a character. And if I'm representing the character has to be, can't be completely opposite of, I don't even think I'd do a good job because there's nothing about that character that resonates with me. Or that song that resonates with me. So I don't even think I would be effective in that way.
Fair enough.
Because I think everything has to, I don't know, you have to connect with it in some way to make it credible.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, there's got to be some connection point
Yeah,
there.
that's what I think anyway. I don't know.
Yeah,
But,
well,
For
you
sure.
have to be comfortable for sure.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
bottom line.
Right, yeah. I had this joke with Bogus who would, he tells everybody, he said, at some point she's going to go up in that song and you just have to be paying attention because you're going to have to find out where did she go in that song. and then I'd always give him a dirty look like he did it.
Yeah.
That was kind of our joke.
Oh, Jim.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I have a reputation. You have to be sharp to play for me.
That's right.
It's interactive. That's
okay.
awesome. And how great you've gotten to work with sounds like some really amazing musicians.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've been very fortunate. And then, singing with the symphony. I've
Yes.
That's
done
awesome.
that several times. I love that. That's the best band. That's the
bet.
best band.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's I love that. It's a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you ever get psyched out any other time besides looking at the 2,000 people?
Oh, yeah. Let me think. I think when I did Evita, I remember driving to the theater one night and thinking, if I had a car accident, could I just not do this tonight? Because I'm really nervous about this.
Yeah.
That's the only time I really can think of it. I mean, there's sometimes when I'm driving to something I got hired to do, and I'm like, I really just wish I was home in my pajamas.
Yes.
That's just happening as I get older.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and then you might get a little. I don't really get nervous, unless I'm just not prepared. Like maybe it's something I didn't quite learn the music to. I sang
Sure.
for a funeral a few weeks ago, and they just sent me the music. I kind of looked at it, and then I got there. I'm like, oh my god. I should have looked at this music.
Oh, shoot.
I should have looked at this music better. And then there were flowers, and I'm allergic to flowers.
no.
It was like a whole. In fact, I apologized, and they were like, "What are you talking about? It sounded great."
Oh,
But
yeah,
I'm
of
like,
course,
All
yeah.
in my head, I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, I messed it up, and they're like, that was beautiful.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Nobody can sing the Lord's Prayer like you. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
You ignored all that other stuff.
Okay. So, yeah. I've done better. Which is all we think of.
Yeah. So like that, I guess, more than
You just tell yourself, I got to do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got to do it. We're going to march through.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then all the stuff that's going on in my head is not necessarily what's anybody's picking up on,
Right.
So
Well, that's something. I mean, for sure.
yeah. Yeah.
I as an introvert, I can relate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to,
It's all true.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what? I'm actually such an introvert.
Are you?
Yeah. Theater has helped me
Yeah.
get beyond that, but I was the person, people came to the house, I would run and get under the bed.
Oh, wow.
I was that super shy.
Wow.
But doing theater has, but there are times when I walk in a room and I'm like, okay,
Yeah. Gotta,
I can do it.
Yeah.
I can do this.
You gotta force it. Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you think that? Because it doesn't sound like you were like that when you were a child, though. As far as like singing about furniture and stuff like that. Do you think that you got more introverted as you grew up, or do you feel you've always just been?
I would only sing about the furniture to my mother.
Oh, okay.
When Mom got that concert.
Yeah. So you've always been an introvert.
I've always been, yeah. But I would say it started changing when I got into high school and there were plays. But I had a bunch of stuff going. I had like my first surgery when I was 5. I had scoliosis and wore a back brace. We moved from our neighborhood in North Omaha to an all-white neighborhood right as I went from 6th to 7th grade.
Oh,
so I had
geez.
no friends. I had a back brace.
Oh, wow.
I had blonde hair.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like all these things, right?
Yes.
But they built character.
Sure.
When I used to go and get
Sure.
my brace adjusted, and I would sit in a room with people that were there that had no limbs.
Wow.
And so at 11 years old, I'm like,
That's
You're feeling thankful.
a big deal.
Yes, because this brace is going to come off, but you'll never have your leg again.
But yeah.
So it's all those things that I think helped me come out of that and think, I really feel like I've got things that I can share, whatever. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, you certainly have.
Well, thank you.
And that's wonderful. And I hope you continue to.
Yes, indeed.
This is not the end.
Right.
After this
Yes.
award.
Yes.
You've got other things going on.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yes, thank
Appreciate
you.
It. Nice
Such
to
a-
meet you guys.
Such
Very
a
nice to
pleasure.
meet
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Congratulations again to Camille, who is winning her Lifetime Achievement Award from the OEAA Arts Awards that will be held on February 15th, 2026. She has won other OEAA awards, but she's also won 3 Fonda McGuire Awards, a Charles Jones Award, the Nebraska Musicians Hall of Fame, the Omaha Black Musicians Hall of Fame, and the Theater Arts Guild Awards. Among her many roles, you will also see her performing around town, so watch her events on social media. Congratulations, Camille.
Thank you for listening and supporting the arts in the Platte River area and beyond. Please subscribe to our podcast so you are sure to catch all of our future episodes and join us on social media. See you next time on the Platte River Bard.